Good afternoon, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tumi Tladi. I'm gonna ask you to watch my previous video where I did all the introduction because I intend to finish this series isn't like today. And then that one was a pretty long video that I just did, video number 81, yes 81, where we covered voice messages. So now we should mark it as done. And now I'm gonna do after voice messages, how are we uploading those audios, because those are actual audios, right? So that's what we're gonna be looking at. This video is gonna have to be short. It's gonna have to be short, not it's going to be, it's gonna have to be short. So please watch my previous videos. I'll tell you why this OneDrive is here, what are those images. I'll try to recap, but let me get down to the order of today's business. So I'm gonna close this. Like I said, I was busy with the voice messages. Then I'm gonna close all of this. And I forgot to show this when it comes to .NET Core. I'm so sorry, I forgot. But let me go to media and look at not view controllers v1. Yes, we're gonna go to media, uploaded audios. We did cover uploaded docs in our previous video. Please watch it. Uploaded docs. Now I'm gonna do upload audios, and then finally I'm gonna do notifications thereafter, where we're gonna be showing the notifications. So the video is gonna have to be short and simple also. And another thing is that I'm gonna start a new series on Monday called Xamarin. So the document is empty right now. So I intend to do this. It's gonna be a fantastic where I'm gonna show everything. This screenshot, they're gonna show a sample of my app right now. It's running. Okay, so uploaded audios. It's a typical controller, you know, it's a normal controller, but it should be an API controller because it has to inherit from API controller with an attribute allow anonymous, you know, to allow anyone to post, as long as they know where to post. But this shows that you can also lock it down to say only authenticated users can post the audios, okay, or send through their audio. So we need to look at the route, of which there's a class API routes that has a static method called media. We're gonna look at it as constant variable. So close this. Let's go to contract. It's a bit messy, but we need this guy, API routes. We're gonna focus on the static media. Like I said, the other day we covered this upload dog, but now we're gonna post one audio for mobile. I'm still gonna refactor the system in order to cater for WPF, because WPF in .NET Core it's also utilizing this, but it should not say for mobile. So this is, it has the base, the version, and then the actual route name, you know, that makes up the entire route. Okay, now we know about this. Let me pin it. And then it's not asynchronous like they explained. I'm gonna try to get this to be asynchronous, but it's publicly exposed, this endpoint, and then post user audio. And we have this method class called generate with the name, a random file name. We did cover this in our previous video, so but I'm still gonna go to it. Help us web API. We have this class called to generate, and then we're talking about this method random file name. So this is the algorithm for the random file name. The length should be 5. It's going to use the random object with a do while loop to get us, you know, the random 5 characters out of this guy, and then we're going to return it because it returns a string, and that's what we're going to have here to be unique file name. And the size, it has to be 3 megabytes per file to be uploaded. I don't want you to upload the song or the mixtape, you know. And then a very interesting thing that's different between these two controllers in this kind of context is that this one we had to comment out the file types, but this one we're not commenting out the file types. We're expecting it to be wav.wav. The file size should be 3 megabytes. And then we're going to use the try and catch block, and we're going to say out of the HTTP context current, we're going to get the request and we're going to put it here, and then we're going to use a for each, right? And then where we're going to loop inside the files out of that HTTP request. So on a specific file, we're going to look at the posted file. The object is HTTP posted file, so it's gonna be here. If that HTTP posted file is not null and the content length is greater than 0, get inside. But if it's not, we're going to use this var error message number 3 to say the audio uploaded could not be processed, and then we're going to return status code 200. Okay, we just need to extract the status, the actual status code, which is 501, which is not implemented. Okay, but if all went sideways, we're going to return the exception, where we're going to return 500 internal server error out of this okay method with the exception message if everything failed in the try catch block, or if something failed in here. So but if everything went well, let's go back to the if. So we're gonna say this is a list of allowed file extension. This should not be a list anymore, it should just be one single file extension that's allowed. But maybe I should cater for MP3, I don't know, at a later stage, I will see. So but for now we are saying WAV or wave, whatever it is, WAV, it's the only file extension that's allowed. And then we're gonna go after that posted file object to get the file name. We're gonna use substring to get the last index of. Just after that, we need to get from the file that's been posted. This is gonna be .wav. Okay, we're gonna put it here. I'm gonna make it to lower, but I'm still gonna have this to lower here. I hope it's gonna work. Now here to lower. So this is unnecessary, but we have the file extension. And then if the file extension, it's not, it doesn't contain what we allowed, that means it's not WAV. We're gonna say please upload file of type WAV, and then we're gonna return not acceptable, which is 406. But if everything went well, else if the content length of the file that has been posted is greater than the so-called 3 megabytes, we're gonna say please upload a file up to 3 megabytes. Lastly, if everything went very well, as part of that unique file name, we're gonna append using string interpolation. We're gonna append using underscore and then add new GUID, and then append file extension. So we're gonna have a custom file name. I'll show this because we did this in our previous video. And then the file path, we're gonna save it in our project, but it's currently deployed on the server somewhere in a folder called media upload audios, and then you need to locate it using the file name. Okay, and then we're gonna save as, you know, the file path, and then we're gonna return 200 official that everything is well, and then we're gonna return back to the Xamarin mobile application, or even the WPF desktop application. We're gonna return the URL where we need to extract something out of it. Cool. And we're gonna say, okay, this one says if we could not find any file, you know, that's been posted, we're gonna return error message 4, please upload an audio before you continue with status code 404 not found. There we go. So like I said, it has to be, it's a must that this video becomes short. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close this because we are done. The next video I'm gonna do is gonna be a video on voice messages, but let me show this thing. So I'm using OneDrive because I cannot do a live demo currently using this computer. It doesn't have the required graphics to have a visor to mirror my phone, but I use these screenshots, and I want to open one like from here all the way here to show in detail what we did. I also have the administrator. This side is the administrator, we'll talk about this. This side it's Frank. I remember Frank, right? Let me show you Frank. Okay, let me just quickly go to home. So this is home, and then I'm gonna show you the client and the customer. So this is my client, this is his customer. So this guy's name is Paul, this guy's name is Frank. So Frank earlier on posted a voice message for Paul, and then the main reason is that when you look at the request that Paul sent on the document, particularly looking at this one, for this document to be printed, as you can see, it says the customer, which is anonymous, but his name is Paul, unfortunately didn't request for a pickup as soon as it's done and have completed, meaning that they did not request for a pickup. They did not leave their phone number. That's what I'm trying to get to. So this guy, let's say he now completed this request, but I'll demo this when I get to Xamarin series from Monday. I don't know which video, because that is gonna be, it's gonna have about more than 100 videos, because I'm gonna show one thing only. So then he went ahead to generate access pin. So there is an active access pin. Let's do this and try to generate this one and show that there's an active access pin. See, it says warning, there's already an active access pin, therefore you cannot generate access pin for calculator papers. So that's why we generated in a previous video. But now let me show you those screenshots. So the very first screenshot, okay, let me do this, let me show all of them all at once. So the very first one, this is my live phone, my physical phone with my live app, right? Okay, so here I want to show that yes, indeed, I as Paul have sent 2 requests to the same store or business, which is calculator papers, and then the system generated for me a customer reference number, and this is how much I need to pay. The second one was this customer reference number to track my request, and this is how much I have to pay, right? They're both pending. The second one, so this notification, so I want to show that proof before I get to voice messages tab on the alerts. And then the voice messages tab, it's nothing. This one, this is where now Frank went to the app to punch in the business number and access pin, the one that was generated, we saw, right? This business number and access pin. He went ahead to authenticate himself. After authenticating himself, he was presented by the screen where he had to create a voice message, since there was nothing for him from Paul. And then this is me showing that yes, I type in the customer reference number as Frank, and then this is the caption. I can't record now because I remembered my phone, I'm using it to record these videos for YouTube channel, but I had to use this functionality in my app to record, so I had to stop the voice recording on my phone to do this one. Okay, and then this shows that it was success. A new voice message has been created and sent to the customer. And then later on I went back as Paul, and then I saw that yes, there's a new voice message for me from this store using the business number. There's a customer reference number to track, and then this is the caption. And then based on this information here, if I click the color, and then it showed that I can play. So now I hope you understand this. So let me show you from the administrator. From administrator, let me do cancel. Okay, let me go to tasks. So I have access to everything on the system, right, including voice messages. So there were 13 previously. Just watch the previous video, and now there were 14. And today, there we go. I can't record now. It was created on Friday, the 3rd of September 2021, 12:57 for this business using the business ID, for this document using upload ID. I'm still going to change this until I still have to refactor the system to show the actual business name and the actual document name. But to get in there, I want to show more information that I can access the business and the upload. So the business is going to show calculator papers. There we go. And then the upload, which is the actual document, it shows this document we know based on the customer reference number being 24 rand. And finally, this is the audio. So unfortunately cannot, but I can save. Yes. So this is the guy. I can play it. It can play, so we can hear it. So this is that unique file name, and this is the custom file name eventually. So this is how it gets to be. Yes, so this is what I want to show in a nutshell. And then the last video that I'm gonna do, it's gonna be on notifications. Also, it's gonna have to be short and simple, where I'm gonna use this screenshot, this one, notifications. That's what we're gonna talk about. With that being said, thank you very much. Let's meet on the next video. I had to keep this one very short because the last one was very long, but I still need to make another video for the last episode. With that being said, if this video was very helpful, I know I cannot do this again live, but wait until I get to Xamarin series where I need to do one video every day, and then I'm gonna focus on small things until I get to show all these functionalities, because there's a lot I need to cover on Xamarin. With that being said, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and then click on the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop videos. With that being said, thank you very much, and until next time.